Well, I love being a volunteer because I feel like Fairfield Memorial Hospital is such a huge part of our community, such an asset to our community. And if I can volunteer and do my little part to help show my gratitude, I'm happy to. I get excited just thinking about how far our hospital has come. In '98, they built the wing that houses the surgery and emergency room. And then in 2008, we did the Medical Arts Complex, which is just awesome because it houses, of course, the Horizon Healthcare, and then all of our specialty doctors that come now, which to me is wonderful because they come to us and we don't have to go out of town to seek a specialist. So what an asset that is to our community. And I always think about, this is the cool thing about being a volunteer, you get to hear people's good comments as they leave the hospital about how awesome, what a great experience we had, how good our staff is, how kind and caring. I had a gentleman a few years ago, was walking by, stopped at the desk, gave me this, he smiled first, then he gave me this stern look, pointed his finger at me and said, "We just lost our hospital in my town. You people don't realize what an awesome hospital you have and the caliber of care you have here. And you need to do," no, not me, "your community needs to do everything in its power to keep your hospital alive." And he just kept pointing his finger at me. And I said, "I certainly agree. We have a wonderful hospital and we will do everything we can to keep it." But I just thought that was a great testimony from an out-of-town person on how vital a hospital is to the community. And I get excited because we just keep growing and growing, and we just get better and better.
I'd like to start out by noting that personally, I've only been in the hospital 2 days, 2 nights my whole life. And one was 30 years ago in St. Louis, and the other one was just this year here at Fairfield Memorial. And I wanted to say how impressed I was with the care here. I knew it was good, but I hadn't experienced it firsthand. I'm very impressed with our surgical division here, and we're so blessed to have a surgeon like Pat Mold, who I've known all my life, and probably I'd say one of the most capable surgeons anywhere, really is, and so we're so fortunate that our hospital can work with him and provide the facility that he needs. My mother was here for 6 or 8 months or more, and it's like a family up there, and I know she was able to go home, and she had a nice home out at the park, and we'd say, "Hey, Mom, we're gonna get you ready to go back home." She'd say, "You boys go back to the office, I'm gonna stay here. I like the people here. Worked out great. She loved it." So that's an awfully nice offering for our citizens to have a place like that to go. I'm sure there are many other things I should say, but I'm just thankful we have Fairfield Memorial. A lot of towns that are our size don't have it. Some don't have any hospital, and to have this kind of an operation, somebody's done something right here.
Okay, I was asked why I think Fairfield Memorial Hospital, or a hospital being in your particular town, is important. First and foremost, I believe quality health care is important, and bringing qualified doctors to your town is the most important thing. Number 2, I believe that on an aspect of jobs, we have quality jobs out there. It's going to be one of our biggest employers of our city, and so those tax dollars come back here. and it provides the jobs for people that really need them, or for qualified doctors, surgeons, and etc. Number three, on a personal note, the reason I think a hospital being in your area is very important is the business that it actually brings to our town. Being a business owner myself here on Main Street, I see a lot of people that I say, can I help you? And they're saying, I'm here to see my doctor, and I'm wasting a little time. So that brings dollars to our town also, with them eating, getting gas, buying merchandise from the retail merchants. So for me, it's a no-brainer. It's a plus for everybody from young to senior citizens. And in our area, we are so proud of our hospital and glad that it is in our area.
When I think about what Fairfield Memorial Hospital means to me, I think of the word gratitude. And first, I'm thankful for the positive impact that Fairfield Memorial Hospital has on our community with respect to quality of life. Having high quality medical care, hospital services in a community our size it's a tremendous benefit for us. My family personally has benefited from most of the services here at the hospital, from the emergency room to the surgical suite with Dr. Molt to radiology, the lab. Both of my parents received care on the second floor. We've had family members on third floor in skilled care. The positive impact that the hospital has economically on our community. It provides hundreds of jobs to people in our area, which we desperately need, and it also draws people in from outside of Fairfield to receive services here, leave the campus, eat at a restaurant, buy gasoline, whatever it might be, and that, I'm sure, infuses money back into our local economy. If I had to summarize it, what I'd like to say is to me and to my family, we consider the hospital to be a blessing from God.
My twin daughters were born premature, and so Fairfield Memorial Hospital has been invaluable to us, both the emergency room and the therapy services. In fact, if Fairfield Memorial Hospital wasn't here, then we would probably have to move out of Fairfield because we wouldn't have the hospital close to us. Whether we're going to the emergency room for a seizure or whether we're going to therapy services weekly, Fairfield Memorial Hospital staff is always very good to my girls, and that's what's important to us. So thank you, Fairfield Memorial Hospital.
So the question was, what does my community hospital mean to me? Well, I'm going to get a little emotional here. 6 months ago I had a cardiac arrest, and I just happened to live a couple blocks from the hospital because I had just moved, and the ambulance was great. They sent me to the Fairfield Memorial Hospital, where the doctor and the staff took care of me, packaged me up, I guess they call it, and got a hold of Life Flight, and they rushed me from from Fairfield right into Evansville cath lab, and the doctor over there said that everything was done textbook as far as the emergency responders, our local emergency room, and so great praise for our emergency department. And then after I got out of the hospital, I started a cardiac rehab, and they said that they had a great one here in Fairfield, so I came to Fairfield, did their cardiac rehab, and they have the greatest rehab resources here at Fairfield Memorial Hospital, and so I basically owe my life to this hospital.